A big point of discussion we've seen in the Splatoon community over the wait for Splatoon 3 is what Nintendo are going to do with the idols. For this video, I pretty much want to discuss ideas for if Nintendo went all out with idol promotion and ideas. Now, at the moment, we're yet to receive any sort of info on the idols, and in my opinion, details are probably going to be revealed briefly in a Nintendo Direct, so everything seems to be up in the air at the moment. Personally, in terms of design, I'm mostly indifferent. However, I think for the game to stand out more compared to the other Splatoon games, it would be best not to recycle old idols. As much as I love Callie and Marie, Pearl and Marina really added a lot to Splatoon 2 to make the game refreshing, whether it's their dynamic, design, or story. So my hope is that Nintendo brings new characteristics to the idols to stand out like Splatoon 2 did. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe to the channel. And to not miss my uploads, turn on notifications. Something that's become a trend in modern day video games is their integration with music. If we look at games like League of Legends, they have their own group of characters that made a group called KDA. Now, I don't play League of Legends, so I don't know their relation to the game lore-wise, but I know for sure that their music has likely gathered many players to the game. I've even listened to them a few times because of their collaborations with other artists. Now, to relate this to Splatoon, if Nintendo marketed the idols in a similar fashion to KDA, Splatoon 3 could see a huge amount of success through these means. However, the big problem comes with Splatoon's language. From an outsider's point of view, listening to music of gargling sea creatures may not be the most appealing thing, and collaborating with artists wouldn't exactly work either. But I don't think this could stop them from at least making music videos for the iconic music from the idols. In fact, they've actually done this already. You heard me right. Back in the first Splatoon for the Final Fest, Callie and Marie got a music video for their signature songs. Those being Tide Goes Out for Marie and Bomb Rush Blush for Callie. While not being of incredible production quality, doing something like this, but revamped for Splatoon 3 would be a great idea. While these wouldn't gather the same amount of attention as KDA type group, it would still be beneficial by giving a first-party place to listen to the music, giving them extra ad revenue, and allowing the community to listen to the music without the need of the Switch. And music videos also add a lot to the song, which would also get the community hyped for each release, creating extra engagement with the game. Overall, this would be a great thing for the game, and they wouldn't need to go too overboard, which we know Nintendo hates doing. Next thing I want to discuss is already in the game to an extent, but is not executed greatly. I'm talking about concerts. While Nintendo has made incredible real-life concerts for Splatoon 2, in-game is a different story. During Splatfest, we get the basic Splatfest music playing while Pearl and Marina perform near the giant monitor up top. This was pretty cool early on, but over the years, nothing's changed at all. Now for Splatoon 3, I think this can be heavily improved. The most simple feature is to change up the music and performance. Maybe not for every Splatfest, but once in a while, it would be cool to have a different performance in the lobby, which would also get more people hyped for each update. Now another more ambitious feature, but still worth mentioning, would be interactive concerts similar to something like Fortnite. During Splatfest, all the players were just NPCs like normal. But what if it wasn't like this? Perhaps they could add special matches where you essentially just party around with each other as the idols perform, or maybe even integrate the idols into performing in normal matches. They could even possibly integrate more players into the matches. The only reason this is less likely is that the performance impact on the Switch would be heavy. Sadly, the Switch is basically the only modern day console where performance prevents these kind of ideas from being executed. More than 8 players might be a bit too much for the Switch in terms of performance, so the limit might just be set to a standard 8 people. But either way, better concerts would be huge for the game, as at the end of the day, seeing the idols perform their music should be the main focus of the idols aside from their story. So those are my ideas for how Nintendo could really level up the idol game for Splatoon 3. Knowing Nintendo, some of these are really unlikely to happen, but it's good to keep hopes up. As usual, if you have any ideas that I possibly didn't mention, or any other video ideas, feel Feel free to leave them in the comments below, as I love reading them. If you enjoyed, you can find my other socials in the description below. I'll see you all later. Bye!